Hello everyone, welcome back to Edumic Study Hub. So if you are preparing for IGNOU BHIC 134 final exam, so this video is for you. Okay, in this video we'll cover the first most important exam oriented topics in simple and easy English, making your preparation quick and effective. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started. So as we have our first topic from here, interpreting the 18th century 1707 to 1818. Okay, so the 18th century is often called as a period of political changes, okay, in India after the death of Aurangzeb. Like if someone will ask you like about the Aurangzeb death, so like his death time was 1707. The Mughal Empire became weak because of the administrative problem, regional rebellions, and economic decline. Earlier, like historians call this period an age of decline, but modern historians explain that it was also a period of transition and regional development. Okay, trade, local administration, and regional kingdoms became stronger at that moment. Okay, therefore this century should be understood as both decline and center authority and emergence of new political powers. Okay, sorry. So basically now we have our second topic, emergence of independent states. So here, after the weakening of Mughal rule, many regional states became powerful. Bengal, Awadh, and Hyderabad became independent while still accepting Mughal authority in the name. Okay. At the same time, like Marathas and Sikh and Mysore expanded their influence. So like before, Marathas, Sikh, and other like empires was working under the Mughal empire. Okay, but after the decline of Mughal, they became powerful. Okay, so this state developed their own administrations and economy. So the rise of regional power changed the political map of India. Okay, and created condition and that later helped colonial expansion as well. Okay, now the third topic is establishment of colonial power in India. So the British East India Company entered India mainly for trade, but gradually became a political power. Like first we all know, right, that first time East India Company entered in India for trade purpose only. Okay, only for trade purpose, nothing else. But later they became a political power. Okay, they entered in political. The Battle of Plassey, which happened in 1757, and Battle of Buxar, which happened in 1764, gave the company control over Bengal and strengthened British authority. Okay, like after this war, that like those war, they became strong in India through military power, diplomacy, and economical control. The British expanded their influence. This period marked the beginning of colonial rule in India. Okay, now the fourth point is expansion and consolidation of colonial power up to 1857. Like we all know that 1857 is very famous for revolt as well, right? We have our next topic. So 1857 period was very important in the history, in Indian history basically. So the British expanded their rule through wars and alliance and policies such as subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. Basically they used to promise the kings, like that time present kings, that if the king will support them financially, then they will handle their protection. Okay, they will protect them, they will give them their soldiers and all. And somewhere they also tried to uh, do the war with their that kings. Okay, so they expanded their rule through wars and alliances. So governors like Velses and Dalhousie played important role in that time. Okay, many Indian state laws independent and come under British control. Administrative, legal and military system were recognized to strengthen colonial authority across India. Okay. Now the turn of revolt of 1857. 1857, it is a very famous year of our history, because the revolt of 1857 was the first major challenges to British rule. Okay, that was from Indian side. First time British faced the challenges from Indian side. Because this included political annexations, economic exploitations, military dissatisfaction and religious concern. The immediate reason was the use of greased cartridge in rifles. Okay, leaders such as Bahadur Shah Zafar, Rani Lakshmi Bai and Nana Sahib and Tantia Tope become symbol of resistance. Okay, though that was unsuccessful war, the revolt changed British policies and became an important event in Indian nationalism. Basically that was failed. Okay, that time people did many things. लोगों ने बहुत आवाज़ उठाने की कोशिश करी, and they also got some leaders from their side, but still they failed, they were unsuccessful. पर उसके ही थ्रू क्या हुआ, लोगों के अंदर ना राष्ट्रवाद की भावना जगी. ठीक है, लोगों के अंदर एक नई सोच आई, ऊर्जा का स्टार्टिंग हुई. और उसमें सबसे फेमस कैरेक्टर की बात करें उस टाइम की, तो मंगल पांडे बहुत आते हैं, है ना, कि मंगल पांडे ने उस टाइम की स्टार्टिंग करी, या 1857 का जो विद्रोह है, रिवॉल्ट है, उसकी स्टार्टिंग करी. नाउ द कॉलोनियल इकोनॉमी, एग्रीकल्चर. सो ब्रिटिश एग्रीकल्चर पॉलिसीज ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इंडियन रूरल लाइफ. ओके, systems such as permanent settlement, Rayatwadi and Mahalwari increased revenue collections. Farmers suffered from high taxes, debt and dependence on money lenders. Commercial crops replaced food crops in many regions. Okay, so these policies create poverty and increased economic inequality in villages. So basically at that time what British did, they started to differentiate between the Indians and Indians rulers and the agriculture members. Okay, they उन्होंने क्या करा, उन्होंने उसको हैवी टैक्सेस लगा दिए. उन्होंने उनके जो की खेती वगैरह हुआ करती थी उनको उन्होंने कम कर दिया. ठीक है, जो इससे क्या हुआ, कृषि में बेसिकली जो एग्रीकल्चर में था वो असंतुलन हो गया. ठीक है. नाउ द पॉइंट नंबर 7, colonial economy, trade and industry. So here British economic policies changed India's traditional economy. India became a superior of low materials and market of British goods. So traditional industries, especially handicrafts, declined due to imported machines made productions. Okay, basically before Indians people were making the things through their hand. Okay, which called handcrafts. Whatever was made through handcraft, everything was stopped. Okay, and the import of machines increased in India. So railway and communication developed mainly for colonial interests. Okay, This process led to deindustrializations and economic dependence. Okay. Now the next topic is economic impact of colonial rule. So colonial rule causes major economic changes in India. India wealth was transferred to Britain through the drain of wealth. Okay. बेसिकली क्या था कि उस टाइम पर जो इंडिया का जो बेसिकली यूज़ कर रहे थे, किसके लिए कर रहे थे, इंडिया से फ़ायदा कमाना है और उसको ब्रिटेन ट्रांसफ़र करना है. ओके. तो जो उस टाइम पे था ना, इंडिया का जो इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम था बहुत ही ख़राब कर दिया था. ठीक है, बहुत ही नीचे हो गया था. तो जो भारत का जो वेल्थ था वो क्या हुआ, धीरे धीरे करके इंग्लैंड भेजा जा रहा था. जो धन थी तो इसको एक चीज़ बोला गया, ड्रेन ऑफ वेल्थ है, ये नाम दिया गया. यानी कि इसका मतलब होता है धन निकासी सिद्धांत, यानी कि पैसा निकालने का तरीका. एग्रीकल्चर बिकेम कमर्शलाइज्ड वाइल इंडस्ट्रीज रिमेन्ड अनडेवलप्ड. ओके. तो जो एग्रीकल्चर था उसको भी कमर्शलाइज्ड कर दिया. पॉवर्टी, फेमिनीज एंड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इंक्रीज्ड. ओके. एंड nationalist leaders criticized colonial policies and demanded economic reforms and self-reliance. So basically क्या हुआ कि उस टाइम पे लोगों की बहुत बुरी हालत हो गई, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट फैलने लग गया. ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब टैक्सेस लगाने लग गए. तो उस चक्कर में क्या हुआ, उस टाइम पर जो इंडियन पॉलिटिकल जो फेसिस थे उन्होंने क्या करा, उन्होंने उनके खिलाफ उनको बोला. ठीक है, they criticized colonial policies and they demanded economic reform and self-reliance. Okay. Now the social and religious reform movement in the 19th century. So the 19th century witnessed important social reforms. Reforms worked against social and evil. Okay, social evils, and promoted education, modernization. Okay. So at that time, basically Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he opposed the sati pratha. Okay, sati, and supported to women's education. Basically क्या है, यहाँ पर जो राजा राम मोहन थे उन्होंने सती प्रथा का विरोध किया और जो वुमेन्स एजुकेशन है उसको सपोर्ट किया. साथ ही साथ अगर हम देखें आगे, ओके, तो यहाँ क्या है, स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती. ओके, स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती he promoted social reform through आर्य समाज. तो बेसिकली उन्होंने क्या करा, उन्होंने सामाजिक सुधार और वैदिक मूल्यों पर बल दिया. और बेसिकली इन दोनों आंदोलन की पर बात करें, ठीक है, दोनों रिवॉर्ड की बात करें, तो समाज में जो था वो जागरूकता आई, शिक्षा, आधुनिक सोच को बढ़ावा मिला. तो बेसिकली दिस रिफॉर्म्स कंट्रीब्यूटेड to modern Indian society and nationalism. Okay. Now the 10th point is emergence and growth of nationalism. So Indian nationalism developed because of economic exploitations, Western education, social reform and political awareness. Educated Indians formed organization and demanded rights. Okay. The formation of Indian National Congress in 1885 became a turning point, and nationalism later expanded from moderate demands to mass participation and freedom struggle. Okay, so this movement unite people against colonial rules. Okay, तो यहाँ बेसिकली क्या हुआ, जो भारतीय राष्ट्रवाद का जो विकास है उसका आर्थिक शोषण. ओके, तो यहाँ क्या था, इंडियन नेशनलिज्म डेवलप बिकॉज ऑफ द इकोनॉमिक एक्सप्लॉयटेशंस. हाँ, वेस्टर्न एजुकेशंस, सोशल रिफॉर्म एंड पॉलिटिकल अवेयरनेस. सो यहाँ पे बेसिकली क्या हुआ कि लोगों में जो राष्ट्रीय चेतना बढ़ी और राजनीतिक संगठन बनने लगे. और उसी के बीच अगर हम बात करें कांग्रेस की, ठीक है, द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, दैट वाज फर्स्ट पार्टी in Indian history which was made for people. okay, जो कि लोकतंत्र के बिहाफ पे बना था. तो 1885 में जो था भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस की स्थापना होती है और ये जो था बेसिकली ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टर्निंग पॉइंट माना जाता है ना, इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स के अंदर। नेशनलिज्म लेटर एक्सपेंडेड फ्रॉम मॉडरेट एंड डिमांडेड टू मास पार्टिसिपेशन। धीरे धीरे करके क्या हुआ, ये आगे बढ़ा और एक आंदोलन की तरह पूरे देश में फैलने लग गया। ठीक है, नाउ द क्विक रिवीजन पार्ट इज लाइक हियर विल सी द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टाइम सन। ओके, like in 1707 death of Aurangzeb, 1757 like that is a very famous and very important point, Battle of Plassey, and 1764 Battle of Buxar, 1857 Revolt of 1857, and 1885 Indian National Congress established. Okay, so here we finished our 10 most important questions. Okay, now the time of 11. So 11th question जो है वो है national movement under Mahatma Gandhi. We know Mahatma Gandhi was very famous person, like he was very good, because he participated in the Indian freedom wars. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi transformed the freedom struggle into a mass movement by connecting ordinary people with politics. Okay, his participation his principles of truth, non-violence and peaceful protest became the foundation of Indian nationalism. Okay, major movements under his leadership included non-corporations movement in 1920, civil disobedience movement in 1930, and the Quiet India movement which was happened in 1942. So Gandhi encouraged participation of farmers, workers, women and students. Okay, like his leadership strengthened national unity and accelerated the struggle of independence. Okay, now 12th point is like non-corporation movement 1920 to 1922. Like non-corporation movement was launched by Gandhi to oppose British rule through peaceful method. Okay, people boycott government, schools, courts and elections and foreign goods. So Khadi and स्वदेशी becomes a symbol of self reliance. बेसिकली उन्होंने क्या करा, जो खादी और स्वदेशी चीज़ें थी उसको ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देनी स्टार्ट कर दी. द मूवमेंट गेन्ड नेशनल वाइड support but was withdrawn after the Chorachori incident. It showed that mass participation could change colonial authority. ओके, सो बेसिकली यहाँ क्या हुआ, एक चोरी कांड हुआ इसी बीच नॉन कॉर्पोरेशन मूवमेंट के बीच लाइक इन 1922, जिसके बाद क्या करा, जो ये रिवॉल्ट चल रहा था, जो इंसिडेंट चल रहा था उसको गांधी जी ने वापस ले लिया. रीज़न क्या था, बिकॉज चोरी कांड में जो बहुत सारे लोगों की, जो नॉर्मल पीपल की जो भीड़ थी, उन्होंने एक पूरे पुलिस स्टेशन को गुस्से में फायर लाइक आग लगा दिया. ठीक है, जिससे कि अराउंड 21 पुलिस ऑफिसर पर लाइक डेड. ओके, सो उससे इनको बहुत दुख हुआ और इन्होंने वापस ले लिया. नाउ द 13th नंबर, civil disobedience movement and Dandi March. So the civil disobedience movement began with Gandhi's Dandi March in 1930 against the British salt tax. Okay, Gandhi walked from Sabarmati to Dandi and broke the salt law. People refused to follow unjust colonial laws and organized protest across India. Okay, so this movement strengthened political awareness and brought international attention to the India's freedom struggle. Okay, basically that movement was very important for that time, because salt is the like basic need of every human, right? But British like they were taking the tax on salt as well. So that's why he decided to break that rule. Now Quiet India movement, like which was happened in 1942. So the Quiet India movement was launched during the Second World War with the slogan "Do or Die." Like the slogan was given by Gandhi ji. Okay, do or die. Its objectives was immediate independence from British rule. Okay, leaders were arrested at the time, but people continued to protest in the different regions. Okay, though the movement was suppressed, it weakened. Okay, it weakened British authority, increased pressure for freedom. बेसिकली क्या हुआ उस टाइम पर कि गांधी जी के थ्रू डू एंड डाई का ये नारा दिया गया. ठीक है, किस टाइम पर? क्वाइट इंडिया मूवमेंट में 1942 के टाइम. सो उनका जो बेसिकली मोटिव था वो था इमीडिएट इंडिपेंडेंस फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश रूल. ओके, सो एट दैट टाइम like many leaders were got arrested, but still people were protesting in different region without hesitating. Though the movement, like movement जो था ना वो like though the movement was suppressed, it weakened British authority. like कि movement जैसा भी चला but उन्होंने क्या करा, जो ब्रिटिश अथॉरिटी थी उसको वीक कर दिया. ठीक है, एंड उसके ऊपर फ्रीडम के लिए प्रेशर बनाने लग गए. नाउ द सेकेंड इज कम्युनलिज्म, जेनेसिस एंड ग्रोथ. सो कम्युनलिज्म refers to political and social division based on religion during colonial rule, separate electorates and divide and rule. Like divide and rule was started by British. Okay, Britishers, like they were using this rule to rule on India. Okay, policies increase communal tensions, political organizations representing different communities become stronger. Okay, economic competition and political disagreements also contributed to communal divisions. Okay, so communal division later became an important issue in Indian politics. Now the 16th point is partition of India 1947. So partition results in the division of British India into India and Pakistan. Okay, in 1947 we all know that India got independent in 1947, but we don't know that at the same moment India and Pakistan were divided. Okay, so political, like there was many reasons, but the main reasons was political conflicts, communal tensions, and the demands for separate Muslim state. Okay, this contributed to partitions. So it caused large scale migrations, violence and human suffering. Okay, although India achieved independence, partitions became one of the most difficult moment in modern Indian history. Basically अगर आप देखोगे तो that time was very critical for India and Pakistan, both country. उस टाइम ऐसी एक भी ट्रेन नहीं रही थी जिसमें कि लोग मारे ना गए हो. ठीक है, जिसमें खून खराबा ना हुआ हो. ना ही तो यहाँ से पाकिस्तान ज़्यादा टाइम, ना ही तो पाकिस्तान से इंडिया आधा टाइम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू कैन वॉच वन मूवी नेम गदर, आई थिंक गदर 1. ओके, पार्ट 1. यू कैन सी इन दैट मूवी कुछ एग्जाम्पल आपको देखने को मिलेंगे कि कैसा टाइम रहा था वो. ठीक है, नाउ द 17 पॉइंट इज constituent assembly and making of the constitutions. So the Constituent Assembly was formed to prepare the Constitution of independent India. Okay, like Constituent Assembly was formed to prepare the constitutions of India. Okay, like sometime many people asked us, like who wrote the constitutions of India, and we say easily that constitutions of India was written by नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस। बट क्या उन्होंने ये चीज़ अकेले करी थी? हाँ, समवेयर इट इज़ लाइक नॉट इम्पॉसिबल, बट लाइक पूरे देश की बात हो रही है ना, तो दिस इज़ लाइक इम्पॉसिबल, है ना। तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने अकेले नहीं करी थी, लाइक दैट वाज मेड बाय कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली, ओके, संविधान सभा के द्वारा प्रिपेयर किया गया था। So member discussed, like they discussed about democracy, rights and administrations and national unity. Okay, the constitutions created a system based on justice, equality and liberty. So it established India as a democratic republic and become the foundation of governance. Okay, now 18 establishment of the Republic of India. So India became independent on 15th August 1947 and officially became a republic on 26 January 1950 when the constitution came into force. Okay, so the president became the constitutional head of India. Like basically, according to our constitution, our president is the first citizen of India. Okay, so India adopted parliamentary democracy, universal adult franchises and federal governments. Okay, so this marked the beginning of modern democratic India. Okay, now the 19th is role of Indian National Congress in freedom struggle. So the Indian National Congress played a major role in developing political awareness and organizing nationalist activities. Like initially it followed moderate method, but later they adopted mass movement and stronger political demands. Okay, like under different leaders, Congress become the central force of India's freedom movement. Okay, and the mobilized people across regions. Like वो हर एक जितना उनसे हो पाया उन्होंने फ्रीडम के बाद लोगों के पास गए, लोगों को उन्होंने समझाया, लोगों को बताया व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ रियल लाइक रियल इंडिपेंडेंस. ओके, सो दैट्स वाई लाइक दे गिव लाइक they conclude their major role in the independence, in the freedom. Okay, now the 20 point is legacy of colonial rule and freedom movement. So colonial rule left political, economic and social changes in India. Railways, administration and modern education expanded, but economic exploitations increased poverty. The freedom movement created democratic value, national identity and political participation. Okay, independent India inherited both colonial institutions and nationalist aspirants. ओके, सो यहाँ पे जो है ये आपके मोस्ट फेमस मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट 20 पॉइंट कवर होते हैं. ओके, नाउ द सुपर क्विक फाइनल रिवीजन टाइम. 1920 नॉन कॉर्पोरेशन मूवमेंट, 1930 दांडी मार्च एंड सिविल disobedience, 1942 was Quiet India movement time, 1947 independent and partition movement, and 1950 was the Republic of India. Like India got the constitution to rule, to make better rule. Okay, so for now, thank you for watching. See you in the next class.